Hey, it's Dana. We're going to actually take a few minutes and just talk about and demonstrate how to create a Ubuntu GIS workstation. We're going to be leveraging VMware Workstation Ubuntu 10.10. This first video, we'll just talk about the basic uh, build out of the virtual machine and the installation of the VMware tools. So here, I've installed VMware Workstation. We're going to create a new virtual machine. Do a typical. This is Ubuntu. I will install operating system later. If you do this, installer disk, VMware actually installs a bunch of junk. It just drives you insane. So we don't need all that. So we'll add this ISO later on. It's going to be Linux, Ubuntu. We're going to call it GIS user, which is going to be my username throughout this entire project for you guys. Make it a small disk here. And it's probably big enough. I don't think I ever use any more than that. And then just select the defaults. The virtual machine will be built. We are going to edit the machine settings primarily to use an ISO that I've already downloaded from Ubuntu. It's going to be Ubuntu 10.10 desktop. Hit OK. Then we will power the machine on. And the installation process will start. Once you click inside this box, you notice the mouse is gone. So you have to do is hit Control Alt to get back out of it to capture your pointer back. So we're just going to use the defaults. We're going to install Ubuntu. And hurry up and wait. I'll pause it for a second. Actually, do I want to pause it or do I want to keep running this thing? Let's see what happens here. No, I guess I didn't pause it. Let's just let this thing run. Actually, I'm going to try to pause it. Let me get out of here and I'm going to F8 this thing for a minute. So as you're installing this, just select all the defaults, and then as soon as it gets going here, still booting up. Select all the defaults. Oops, and click back in there. Select all the defaults. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Yep, we're going to delete that because it's a brand new machine. And you can just bring your mouse down here and click on Install Now. And then while it installs, I'm going to go ahead and pause it again. So that's Control Alt. We're just going to wait. Start this. Looks like we're ready to move forward now. Going forward. Takes a while to install this. Begin defaults for US. I'm going to call this guy GIS user. Doesn't really matter for the username. I'm actually going to use GIS username. GIS user is the username. Same with the password, just so I can remember it. That's fine. And we're just going to log in automatically because it's just local. Still looking for stuff to install. And I think I'm going to pause this until it's done installing and after the reboot. Alright, so it looks like it's all done installing. What we'll want to do is disconnect the USB device so it does not try to reboot when it or reconnect when we reboot. Restart now. And what we're going to do after this machine reboots, we're going to install VMware tools. One of the benefits of installing VMware tools is that you'll be able to seamlessly go from your local desktop into the virtual machine without having to do the Control Alt. It also installs some drivers that are really designed for virtualization. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until we are ready to install. Alright, so I rebooted this thing and it looks like I didn't disconnect the CD-ROM when it reboots, so we'll click on that and we're going to do don't connect at power on. Alright, so what I typically do is I want to add a terminal to the desktop just so I can get in there real quick to do some editing type of things. And then I'm going to install VMware tools. So come up here, click on VMware or VM, install VM tools, and what it does, it mounts. There's an ISO that it mounts, and we'll need to go into I think it's media, and let's see here. So that shouldn't be mounted. So what we need to do is remove this, dismount this here, and we want to, it's not cooperating. Why is this not cooperating? Let's click on that. Let's try it again. Now we're going to install tools. Yeah, we're going to do this. Sudo make dir cd-rom. Remember, it's GIS user mount dev cd-rom media cd-rom. Oop, I guess we'll do that as sudo. So I'm making all these mistakes so you learn from my mistakes. So let's go down to, just so you can see what's in here. Yeah, it doesn't like that one, huh? You mount CD-ROM. Let's see who's mounted here. For some reason it doesn't want to release that Ubuntu CD. Must be something new with this. What we're going to do, we are going to eject that. There we go. Oh, what a pain in the rear that was. Alright. Alright, we're going to go up. Now we're going to try to sudo mount dev cd-rom media cd-rom. This thing just does not want to cooperate today, does it? Oh, we're going to install VMware tools. That's what we wanted to do. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So that VMware tools. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to extract that into the temp directory. tar zxvf media cd-rom v, and just hit tab and then just hit enter. And what it does, it will extract that to the local temp directory. I'll pause it here for a second while it's doing that. Alright, it's done extracting. Now we're going to, let's click back in there. We are going to CD down into that VMware. And now we're going to install. Yep. And we're going to do a /. There we go. Let's hit enter, select all the defaults. Now, let's again continue, just select the defaults. And you can see it's just installing all the different drivers and such. When it's all said and done, we'll go ahead and reboot the machine, and then we'll be done. Well, and it looks like we're done. So we are now going to, let's click back in there, sudo reboot, and that's a basic install.